I'm so sorry. I did not see you there. Hi. How are you? Oh, you like the helmet? Actually, we don't really sell it here. This is actually mine. It's so cool, right? Yeah. Just sometimes when the store is slow, I like to pretend I'm a Mandalorian. You won't tell people, right? Okay, thank you. Yeah, this is the way. I'm so sorry. How can I help you? Yeah, we have a lot of Star Wars stuff. What are you interested in? Miniatures? Games? Let's see. Well, I have Rebellion. I don't know if you know about it, but it's a pretty intense Star Wars board game, probably the most famous one. It is a big boy game. Yeah, it is a behemoth of a game. You're probably looking at about 4 to 6 hours of gameplay. And that can be a little off-putting to some people. Yeah, I mean, it is a lot of fun, don't get me wrong. It is a very well-made game, and we even carry one of the expansion here too. Is that too much? Okay, we have... Hold on. If you're looking for a lighter game experience, I might suggest Star Wars Outer Rim. Have you heard of this one? It's a game of bounty hunters, mercenaries, and smugglers, and the nice thing about Outer Rim is it's for 1 to 4 players. So unlike Rebellion, where you would need at least one other person to properly play, you could play this one by yourself, which is nice because sometimes you don't always have a friend to play with. I know that I like to just sit and play this by myself sometimes when things are slow. So you're looking at maybe about, they're saying about 2 to 3 hours. That sounds pretty accurate from my experiences. Let me read you the back. So it says, Star Wars Outer Rim. Everything you've heard about me is true. Lando Calrissian. In Star Wars Outer Rim, you and your friends take on the roles of bounty hunters, smugglers, and mercenaries set out to make your mark on the galaxy. You'll travel the Outer Rim in your personal ship, hire legendary Star Wars characters to join your crew, and try to become the most famous, or infamous, outlaw in the galaxy. So, will you make a name for yourself by hunting bounties for the Hutts, stealing for the crime syndicates, or smuggling goods past Imperial patrols? All this and more is possible as you adventure through the outskirts of the known galaxy. Set your coordinates, gather your crew, and make the jump to hyperspace with Star Wars Outer Rim. You can kind of see the game, the board, a little bit from this picture. This is like the map. So you can see there's Ryloth, Castle, and these like little yellow spots are like where you move your ship. As you complete jobs, pick up bounties, drop off bounties, stuff like that. And yeah, I see this character's Jyn Erso. This one's Han Solo, Boba Fett. It is a lot of fun. Yes. If you're looking for all the fun of Star Wars in a board game without the slog of playing for 4 hours, definitely recommend Outer Rim. It is ages 14 and up. Shouldn't be a problem. You were over 4? Okay, just checking. 1 to 4 players, 2 to 3 hours. It's a fantasy flight game, if you're familiar. And it's kind of heavy, sorry, I'm just gonna switch hands. It includes 12 ship sheets, 4 player boards, 4 plastic fan markers, 16 reputation tokens, 22 contact tokens, 16 patrol tokens, 8 character standees, 8 plastic stands, 40 damage tokens, 60 credit tokens, 70 encounter cards, 70 market cards, 53 databank cards, 8 character cards, 4 reference cards, 10 AI cards, 12 gold tokens, 6 map tiles, 2 map end caps, 6 dice, and rules and sheets. Outer Rim. What do you think? Are we interested? Not interested? So we'll keep it on the back burner, yeah? Okay. I'll put it back for now, but I can always grab it if you change your mind. This little guy goes somewhere, probably over with my Onion Carbonite or my little AT&T walker. Over there. Yeah. Let me ask, are you interested in tabletop RPGs? You know, Dungeons and Dragons and the like? So you're familiar, but you're not a pro, okay? Because I'm just going to show you. As you know, I don't know if you know the Click Clack Shack here. We specialize in RPGs, but of course we also sell board games. And we have a Star Wars RPG. It's called Edge of the Empire. And we carry everything to get you started, including a lot of additional content. I can give you a little taste. I can show you. Okay, well, let me go get all the books and the beginner kit. Just stay right there. Let me go get everything from the back. Okay, this hefty boy. This is the book that it comes with. So this is what you need to get started. This will come in the beginner kit. I just took the book out just so that we could have a look at it right now, but yeah, look how thick this thing is. So this is going to be everything you need, the entire rule book to get you started. So just gonna crack her open. Oh, look at the first few pages. You'll love this. Can you see? It says a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And then it even has a crawl screen for the game. I think that's just a cute touch. Oh, and there's a giant picture of Yoda on the next page. Rules, where do you start? I have personally played, I've never been the GM, but I have played in a campaign. Yeah, I had a Twilette character. She was a face character. I don't know if you know what that means. Basically, good at social skills. Yes, I was sort of the diplomat that would talk our group out of trouble when they got into trouble. Yeah, it was really fun. So this is going to walk you through everything. You've got playing the game, character creation skills, gear and equipment, your conflict and combat, how that will be handled, starships and vehicles. The Force is even covered because of course you can have Force sensitive characters, and that's the whole thing that needs to be dealt with. I don't think anyone in my group was force sensitive, so I don't personally know how that plays out. Here's a little walkthrough of the galaxy, so the different areas you might visit, like the inner rim, the core world, the colonies, the outer rim, as we just discussed in the game, HUD space. There's some specific locations like Bespin, Corellia, Kessel, Nalhutta, Ornamental, places like that. Covers law and society, adversaries, and then we get into playing the game. This game is really fun because it comes with very specific dice, and I can give you a show of the actual dice, but they just kind of show them briefly in the book. Because yeah, there's even a force die. It's really unique, and you end up with these really chunky dice rolls where you get to just roll a bunch of dice, and it's very satisfying, let me tell you. So obviously there's a lot to go through. I will let you look at it, and if you do decide that you're interested in getting into the vast world of Edge of the Empire, we carry expansions or additional content. For example, we've got Special Modifications book, which is a source book for technicians, that's not a word, technicians. I combine tactician with technician. And then this one is Fly Casual, that's for smugglers. Of course, I don't know, fly casual. And Enter the Unknown. I haven't even looked at all of these. This one's for explorers. And we have Far Horizons for colonists. My character is a colonist, so these are like different classes, different character classes. And actually there are 3 more of those white books that we carry. Sons of Fortune for the Corellian sector. Lords of Nalhutta, a source book for HUD space, obviously. And Beyond the Rim, the Adventure module. Then we have, I know, it's so much, and don't let this overwhelm you. Obviously, if you're interested, you don't have to touch any of these books, but they're here if you want to come back and expand your gameplay, okay? These are just optional. Don't let this overwhelm you. Gadgets and gear with the lovely gem on it. The essential collection of weapons and equipment. Oh, I love this one. Starships and speeders. Got Lando on the front. Dawn of Rebellion. And this is Force and Destiny, Ghost of Dathomir. So we do have expansions like Force and Destiny. And I believe we have the full expansions if you're interested. Now again, I know you're probably overwhelmed. I was thinking if you're interested, I can give you like a very close-up look of what the character sheets are gonna look like, what the dice are gonna look like. I don't know about you, but sometimes it's overwhelming to just look at the like beginner rule book of a game, and it's so easy to go, oh my gosh, this is too much information for me. Break it down just into character sheets. How am I going to be playing realistically? Yeah? You wanna have a look? Okay, I'll show you. Okay, so I went ahead and pulled some of my personal sheets that I printed out. give you an idea of what they look like. So obviously here's where you would put your character's name. My character's name was Luna. Luna spelled with 2 O's. Loona. Yeah, Luna. And she was a Twi'lek. Here's where you put species, career, and specialization trees. So you can put your player name there if you want. Soak value, wounds, strain, defense, and of course the book will go over exactly, but if you've played an RPG then before, you probably have an idea, like what you're looking at here, as they all have sort of similar words. And then here would be our stats, pretty much. The names of them in Edge of the Empire are brawn, agility, intellect, cunning, willpower, and presence. Yeah. My character is very high in presence. I was a face character, but I was also high in intellect and working on agility. So here are our skills. We have astrogation, and then in brackets we have like what branch those fall under. So this is intellect, athletics, which is brawn, charm, which is presence. My character was high in charm. Coercion, which is willpower. Computers, intellect. Cool, which is presence. Coordination, agility. Deception, that's cunning. Discipline, willpower. Leadership, presence. Mechanics, intellect. Medicine, also intellect. Negotiation, presence. Perception, that's cunning. Piloting planetary is agility, and piloting space, so the two are different, and they're both agility. Resilience, that's brawn. Skullduggery, I love that one, and that is cunning. Stealth, that's agility. Streetwise is cunning. Survival, also cunning. And vigilance, and that is willpower. And then in this little box here, these would be your combat skills. So we have brawl, which is, just like your fisticuffs, hand-to-hand, and that falls under brawn. Gunnery, using any sorts of guns, would be agility. Melee, which is using like saber kind of weapons, I think. Brawn. And then we have ranged light and ranged heavy, which are both under agility. And then we have knowledge skills, which are, what is your character's knowledge of, say, the core worlds? How educated are they? Or did they grow up there? Do they have much knowledge of the core worlds? And these are pretty much all intellect. And then just basic education. Was your character well educated? Or are they, raised on the streets of Corellia? Lore. Knowledge of Outer Rim. Knowledge of Underworld. And then xenology. How well do you know about the many, many different species of creatures that live all across the Star Wars universe? Yeah, so my character, for example, she was highly educated because she was from Coruscant. It's like the daughter of a diplomat or something. So she had a great knowledge of the core worlds, good education, but she had very no knowledge of the Outer Rim and the Underworld. So she relied on her more morally loose companions for that. And then in this little box you do have an area where you can add your custom skills. Down here you can add the weapons that you get. If you've got a little light blaster, or say you've got a lightsaber, then you'd put their skill, damage, range, crit, and special. And then if you get XP, you can just add in these little boxes here, available and current, which you use for leveling up. So that's pretty much the character sheet. I'll show you that we do have, these are the different, types of characters. Colonist. Was I colonist? I can't remember. I've printed out these a while ago. Oh, there's more in here. Oh, these are just a lot of character sheets. I have so many that I'm happy to give you some to take home so you can save on printer ink. Obviously, that's kind of important. We'll just have a peek into here. And again, these are my personal sheets, so. Here we go. So we do have the gambler, the smuggler type character. And as you can see, we have this little thing here that says career skills. So where did I put the colonist sheet? I think it's... So on the colonist sheet, you can see that the career skills were charm, deception, leadership, negotiation, streetwise, knowledge of core worlds, knowledge education, and knowledge lore. So I automatically got points in that. And then you do have different, these are different skills that you can track. And I'm pretty sure I was a colonist. It's been a very long time since my game. I'm just trying to remember. Colonist, and then a gambler. There's a little color key up here, so you can see that the blue ones are just passive. For example, if you get this one toughened, then you would gain +2 wound threshold. So if you look back on that character sheet, here under wounds, the threshold, that would just increase by 2 if you checked that skill upon leveling up. But the red ones are active. So for example, second chances says once per encounter, choose a number of positive dice equal to ranks in second chances and re-roll them. So that's good. It's about re-rolling dice. And you can see here 5, 10, 15, that's how much XP it would cost to get these. And of course, the lower down you go, the better the skills, the higher the cost. Ranked talents. These are ranked. These are not ranked. Cost, I already went over that. And conflict talent. I'm not sure what that means, and I don't see an example. A pilot in the smuggler range. A lot of different skills here. Thief, smuggler, computer, skullduggery, stealth, vigilance. Here's just the smuggler. Oh yeah, so it's like colonist, smuggler, these are different character archetypes, and then we have even more specific thief or pilot. So I was a colonist, but more specifically I was a diplomat or something like that. Gunslinger under smuggler. Doctor, there's another colonist role. If you want to be, medic. Entrepreneur. Be a shrewd business person. Marshal. Politico. If you're a politician. Scholar. charmer, that's under the smuggler realm. Mechanic, technician, very important. Well, a lot of these are important, really. I'm a modder. Outlaw tech. A slicer, that's basically like a hacker. And we had a slicer in our group. She was great. Very useful. That's under the technician tree. Cybertech. Droid tech, specifically. Bounty hunter, the bounty hunter tree, yes. I think we did have a bounty hunter. They weren't an assassin. They were, I don't remember, martial artist. Operator. We had a pilot, but I don't remember if they were a smuggler. They might have been a smuggler. Skip tracer. Survivalist. And the explorer tree. Like, oh, an archaeologist. That would be a lot of fun, I think. Big game hunter. Very interesting. Friender. Scout. Trader. Hired gun. Bodyguard. Demolitionist. So as you can see, there are so many different archetypes that you can really make your dream Star Wars character that felt like they just walked right off the set of a movie. I can really like visualize the characters. Heavy, hired gun. A marauder in hired gun. Mercenary soldier. And scoundrel. Maybe I shouldn't be unclipping these, but oh well. I will just clip them back up when I'm done. So the scoundrel is a classic Star Wars kind of archetype, isn't it? When we have the one and only Han Solo. I thought we already looked at Charmer. A gambler, a gunslinger. We had one of those. And then pilot. Smuggler. That would be Han's a little bit smuggler, pilot, and gunslinger, I guess. Then the thief. And then we have some universal ones like force adherent. Force sensitive emergent. Oh, here we go. Here's some force talents. So, as you can see, these are force things. Use the force. Force sensitive exile. Interesting. Makes me think of Ahsoka. An Imperial Academy cadet. Padawan survivor. Oh, that's technically Ahsoka. Pirate. Who does that make you think of? Yeah. Recruit. A retired clone trooper. Oh. Do you watch The Bad Batch? Yeah, me too. I loved it. Scavenger. Universal. Ship captain. And then we have Ace. Beast rider. Driver. Gunner. Hotshot. Pilot. Yeah, so as you can see, there's like 2-3 different pilots, but the career skills are different, so it's more like, what background does your pilot have, right? This is an ace pilot, so like this is a well-trained pilot versus like the scoundrel pilot, right? Rigger. And the commander tree. The commodore. The figurehead. The instructor. Squadron leader. Strategist. tactician. And the diplomat, I might have gone with diplomat rather than colonist. Now I'm not totally sure. It's been a while. Advocate, the agitator, ambassador. That might have been me. That might have been the ambassador. The analyst, the propagandist, the quartermaster, the engineer tree, a droid specialist, a mechanic, a saboteur, a sapper, scientist, shipwright, and the soldier tree, pretty important, commando, heavy, medic, a sharpshooter, a trailblazer, a vanguard. We did have one vanguard. Go in the spy tree. I love the spy stuff. Courier, infiltrator, interrogator, scout, sleeper agent, ooh, and then a spy slicer. I know, absolutely amazing how many different kind of character archetypes we have, right? It's so in depth. Yeah, you and your friends will have a lot of fun. I mean, look at all this. You're gonna have to do a lot of printing. And then let me just show you the dice. Like I said, they come with some really fun dice. It's been a while since I've used these. Kind of forget what they do. I remember this one is the force die. So you've got like, I believe it was like positive and negative force interactions, something like that. Oh man, it's hard to remember what all these do, but like I said, you end up with these really big, really chunky dice rolls where you're rolling like, 2 of these and 3 of these, and it just feels so satisfying, so nice to just like throw a million dice all at once. Is that everything? I think those are all the individual kinds. Yes. And then you would, maybe roll, like I said, like two or three of these, and depending on your different scenarios and different things. So, obviously, since these are unique and they do have their own special symbols, they come with the pack. You can't just use any old D20, D6, You need the special symbol. So, yep, these come with the beginner set, and if you decide to buy one, you have your own dice. Yeah, these are just mine. And then let me show you also. Now, this does not come with this. This is optional, but I do recommend it just because it can kind of help you visualize the world that you're in. So I do have these card packs. We have the Creatures of the Galaxy one, and I also have a Republic and Separatist pack. And let me just show you how they would help you. If I can open it. Maybe not. It really doesn't want to open. So, for example, let's say you have an encounter with a bantha. Then you as the GM, or someone else is going to be the GM, they could pull out this bantha card. And it will just give you the stats of it. So, for example, if the bantha has... Can you see? Yeah, let me get my pencil. So the bantha has 5 brawn, 1 agility, 1 intellect, 1 cunning, 1 willpower, and 1 presence. The bantha soak value is 10. The the wounds threshold is 26, and then defense is 0. No defense. Skills, brawl 1, resilience 2. Remember the skill sheet we saw? Yeah. And then on the back, the bantha has no talents. Oh. Abilities, silhouette 3, domesticable. So we could domesticate the bantha. As you know, they're frequently used as like big pack animals. Downgrade the difficulty of checks to train banthas by 1. Trained mount 1. Add this box to riders' survival checks while mounted on a bantha. Beast of burden 10. Banthas add 10 to their encumbrance threshold. And then the equipment is horns. Just brawl, damage 10, critical 5. And range, engage, disorient 2. And then of course there's just a little blurb about the ubiquitous bantha. And that's not the only one. There's many different creatures, you know, all the famous creatures that you're familiar with. Bear sloth, captive rancor, the D-backs. I didn't even know what they were called. EFPs. Yeah. Right? So, at any point you could use this to be like, you come across a wild tauntaun or something like that. However, that's just the creature deck. And I also showed you that we have the Republic and Separatist pack, which would of course be not animals, but like, for example, a battle droid. B1 and the B2 super battle droid. Buzz droids, remember those annoying things? The Droideka, classic. I've always loved the design of the Droideka. So, for example, the Droideka has a brawn of 6, 3 agility, 1 intellect, 1 cunning, 1 willpower, 1 presence. Their soak value is 8. The wound threshold is 18. No defense. Skills, gunnery 2, perception 3, resilience 3, and they're classed as a rival. And then here's some abilities like droids don't need to breathe, eat, or drink, and they're immune to poisons and toxins, stuff like that. Yeah, so it makes it much easier for you as a GM or whoever's going to be your GM to pull this out as a quick resource when you are fighting enemies or just encounter these droids or the Geonosian warrior. Tactical droids, clone troopers, probably use that one a lot. The clone sergeant, captain, your Republic fleet officer, galactic senator, specifically Asajj Ventress, or General Grievous. Count Dooku, look how smug he looks in this picture. Where's the signature look of superiority? And Obi-Wan Kenobi, Nemesis. That's sad. Oh, and Padme Amidala. So, as I said, not necessary. You could come up with those on your own, but obviously, they do help. Takes a little bit of the work out of your hands. Right. Yeah. So that's that. So, what are we thinking? You like it? Yeah. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, I thought you might like it if we just kind of broke down the game a little bit. So, what are we thinking? Beginner pack? Yeah. Okay, and any of those extra books that we were thinking of is too much? No, that's totally fine. Don't let me talk you into anything you're not interested in. And like I said, they'll always be here. You can always come back and grab them when you're thinking, okay, it's time for an additional challenge or something. What about those decks? The ones that I showed you, like the creature deck. And I also have the Republic and Separatist deck. Yeah, we can throw them both in. It is cheaper if you get both. Yes. Okay, so we'll put those in together as well. And not to be pushy, but just wondering how you felt about where's that down there? Outer Rim, the board game. Yeah. Alright, I can send you home with that one as well. So you're gonna go home with both of these bad boys. Alright. Well, I mean, not gonna lie, I think you've made excellent choices here today. Yes, you have. And if you are ever interested in Rebellion, the big one, you can come in here on the weekends. Quite often you will find people playing our store copies. Yes, we do have store copies of all the board games, so you can come in and you can maybe give it a try for yourself, as it is an expensive game, and I know that's a lot of commitment for a big game that you're not 100% sure that you're interested in. Or you could try playing it online with some people. You know, have you ever done that? You could go on Tabletop Simulator, that's a game, and see if anyone has a game running of that. That way you can just play a virtual version without having to buy your own copy. Yeah, so that's a little tip from me to you. That's definitely helped me think, yeah, okay, I would like my own copy of this game. Or not. Yeah. Okay, so that is one copy of Outer Rim and one copy of Edge of the Empire, the beginner kit. I won't give you this one. I'll go get the brand new kit out the back for you. Okay? Alright. Alright, I'll go ahead and ring you up. But thank you so much for choosing to shop with your local Click Clack Shack. I'm Allison, and it's been a pleasure working with you today. I hope you had a lot of fun with your new kitties. Yeah, and may the force be with you.